Om Namah Shivaya. Salutations to Shiva. Known as Mahadev, the god of all gods, Shiva is easily pleased by those who seek refuge in him, especially on the occasion of Mahashivaratri. To celebrate this auspicious festival, we told several stories from the Puranas, along with hands-on activities to highlight the journey of discovering Shiva within and manifesting him in day-to-day life. Most importantly, as our students learned, true bhakti to Shiva lies in cultivating tolerance to hardships and ultimately abiding in the peace of our own self. Om Namah Shivaya.
What is this? Sweet potato. Yeah, so we're going to have sweet potatoes today and we are going to cook them. So there are many ways how you can cook food. So one of them is roasting in the fire. So if you boil the sweet potato in a pot, what happens? All the nutrients come out in the water and then you throw the water. So you lose the nutrients. So this way, if we roast it, then all the nutrients will remain inside. Okay. So the fire is hot, so you have to do it carefully. And so we just put it in fire like this, little bit inside. Don't burn your hands. You want to do it? So one by one, you come in line like this. Come, first standard. You can go around like this. You can go around like this. Put it here.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namo Namaha. So we're going to start listening to some stories of Shiva. Who likes stories? Okay, and which festival are we celebrating? Okay, Viva? Say it out loud so everybody can. Shivaratri, Mahashivaratri. Okay, Maha means great. Shivaratri comes many times. Some say once a month, but Mahashivaratri is a great Shivaratri. And which god do we honor and worship on Mahashivaratri? Okay, Samudra? Arav?
Shiva.
Okay, yes. Lord Shiva. Shiva means auspicious, benevolent. He who bestows blessings. Who wants blessings in life? What about the rest of you? Who wants blessings, grace, right? And what is the greatest blessing of all? Can anyone tell me? The greatest blessing of all. Mahi, go ahead and share with everyone. Very good. Peace of mind is the greatest blessing of all. And Shivji has the capacity to give that blessing because he is Mahadev, the god of all gods. You've heard that word before, Mahadev? Yeah? The god, not just Dev, like we have Indra Dev, Vayu Dev, Agni Dev, Varun Dev. These are Devtas, but Mahadev is the god of all gods, the greatest god. Why? Because he is the source of all the gods. All the gods seek refuge in him. Okay, all the gods are created from him. So if we pray to him directly, to Mahadev, then all the blessings come to us. All the blessings of this life and of something beyond this life. Okay? And there are many stories associated with Mahashivaratri. Why do we celebrate Mahashivaratri? People ask that. There's an image of Shiva that you see here, right? Where is he sitting right now? Can anyone tell me? Okay, Viva, tell me. Okay, which mountain is that? Diyan? Kailash Parvat, very good. And somebody tell me what else do you see in the image? Just look at the image, do darshan of the image and tell me. Everybody will get a chance. So let's Rishi first, then Harish, then Mahi, then Arav. Trishul, trident, very good. Harish, next. The tiger skin. He sits on tiger skin because he's a yogi. Yogis sit on tiger skin because it preserves the meditation energy. Okay, next, Mahi and Arav. Rudraksha. Rudra Aksha. Aksha means eyes. Okay, so when Shiva saw people suffering, when he saw us, humans, suffering, right? When we experience sorrow, sadness in life, we are suffering. When he saw that, he was so moved by compassion. He was so moved by compassion that tears fell from his eyes. And when tears fell from his eyes, what happened when they reached the earth? They became Rudraksh. Okay? Snake, yes, snake. So there's a snake around his neck, around him, around his. He wears snakes as his ornaments. Snakes are poisonous, but he's not afraid of poison. Okay, Madhav next. What else do you see? Bull. Yes, bull. Is that a cow or a bull? He said it already. What's the difference? What's male? Bull or cow? Veda? Bull is male, cow is female. Okay. What else do you see? Okay, Abhay. Moon. Yes, very good. Crescent moon. So, okay. Everybody will get a chance. I've seen everybody's hands. So moon, have you seen, how many of you have seen the moon in the sky? At any given point of time, like at night time? Okay. How far away is the moon? Nearby or very far away? Very far away. And imagine that moon on Shiva is sitting on Shiva's head. So if the moon, and is moon's a small object or a big celestial object? Big celestial object, meaning a big object in the sky. Imagine such a big object sitting on somebody's head. How big must that being be? Huge, right? That moon that we see in the sky, which is huge, is on Shiva's head. So imagine the size of Shiva. What must be the size of Shiva? Huge, yeah, magnanimous. And that's how big his heart is. Because when he sees people suffering, he is moved by compassion. He immediately bestows his blessings. Who does he bless? His blessings are on everybody, but who experiences his blessings? Pavitra? Think and answer. Very good. Those who do good actions, those who pray to him, those who seek refuge in him, those who seek shelter in him. There's a story of a boy, young boy, I'll tell you later, named Markandeya, who sought refuge, meaning sought shelter in Shiva, and he was saved by Shiva. And there's a story of Shiva saving the entire world. That also we will see. Okay, so, okay, Viva, what do you want to say? Oh, you see, very good. Yeah, matted locks, jata. Okay, he doesn't cut his hair. Very good. Okay, Sonali. Yes, yes. Ganges, Ganga, river Ganga flowing from the top of his head. Actually, he saves the world again when Ganga descends down. That's another story. We'll hear it some other time. But Ganga is so powerful. Okay, listen to the story first. Then you'll get your chance. So Ganga is so powerful that when it descends from the sky on earth, it has so much force that it can actually destroy everything. Okay? So what does Shiva do to save the world? He takes Ganga on his head. He wraps her around, locks her, and from the lock he says, I will release Ganga slowly. Did you see when we went to the Shivlingam, there was a pot on top of the Shivlingam and water was dripping from that pot? That is Ganga. Okay, so he keeps Ganga on his head and he slowly releases it, and we have the water of Ganga on this planet. Otherwise, Ganga is in the sky. It's in science, we call it the Milky Way. Have you heard of that? The Milky Way, you'll hear, it's a galaxy, okay? Milky Way is Akashini Ganga. She's in the sky. When she descends on earth, it becomes River Ganga or River Ganges in English. And there's also Ganga flowing underground in Patal. So it's Tripatgamini. It has three Ganga. She has three tributaries, meaning she flows in three different ways. And this idea of three is going to recur in the stories and symbols of Shiva. Stories, symbols, and rituals of Shiva. So when you apply bhasma, how many stripes did you apply? Three. When you look at the Trishul, the trident, how many spokes do you see? Three. Ganga has three tributaries. Then Shiva is known to destroy a city or a collection of three cities known as Tripura. There were three asuras living in three cities. That's another story. There's so many stories, but we don't have time for all the stories. But he destroys them with his focus. There's a boon that those asuras have. Nobody can destroy them. But Shiva, through his focus, he manages to destroy them, all three cities, in one shot. And Tripura means three cities. And from the destruction of those three cities, he takes the bhasma and applies on his head. What else do you see? Okay, Sandhya? Shankh, conch, yes. He has a conch by his side. Okay, Yuktesh? Kamandal. Very good. Kamandal, he's a yogi. So he keeps a water pot with him so that he doesn't have to, because he's traveling all the time. And yogis travel all the time, they keep water. Like how you have water bottles, they keep a kamandal with them. Okay? Okay, what else? Veda? Damu, very good. So Damu is his musical instrument. He plays that instrument and through that, language comes into being. Right? Yuktesh, here, give the mic to Yuktesh, please. Can you chant just the Maheshwara Sutra from A to La? Okay? A, I, Un.
A, I, Un, Ril, Rik, E, Om, I, Ouch, Hayavarat, Lad, Yamangananam, Chabhai, Gadhadash, Jaba Gadadash, Kapha, Cha, Tha, Ta, Cha, Ta, Tau, Kapai, Sha, Sha, Sar, Hal, Iti, Maheshwarani, Sutrani, and Adi Sangyarthani, Esham Antya Itaha, Hakaradishu, Hakaraha, Uchcharanartha. लन् मध्ये त्वित् संज्ञकः.
So let's hear a story. Go to the next slide. Can somebody read the title to me? Okay, Mahi.
Where is Shiva?
Yeah, where is Shiva? That's the question. Where is Shiva? And what are we showing here? What is shown on the slide, Harish? Very good. These are chakras inside the human body. Okay, in the human body. That means the Shivlingam, Pavitra, that you just mentioned, the pillar of light, is going to be found within, is present inside us. That pillar of light. Where is it? What is it exactly? That is something we have to discover, okay, through our process of what is called sadhana, spiritual practice. So let's go to the next slide. Let's hear the story of how Shivlingam came into being, or at least manifested in our vision. And why we celebrate Mahashivaratri is also connected to this story. So one day, the creator of this world, the creator of this entire world, entire creation, thought that I created this, so I must be God. What is the name of the creator? Go ahead. Brahma. Brahma thought I must be God. And as soon as he entered in this feeling, Vishnu, who was next to him, who is the sustainer, meaning he preserves everything, he told Brahma that if you think you are God, meaning if you have to claim, if you have to tell people or tell everybody that I am God, that means you are not God. Because God doesn't come and tell others that I am God, that I am the highest, the supreme. So they got into a quarrel, like a fight, a little bit of an argument. And as soon as they got into that argument, because Brahma said, I am God, and Vishnu says, I don't think you are God. And some versions say that Vishnu says that I am actually preserving what you have created. So I am greater than you, if you use that kind of a logic. As soon as they got into that quarrel, a pillar of light emerged in the center. A light that was so dazzling that it was blinding them. Like really strong, magnificent and brilliant light. And it went up and also went down. And they couldn't fathom, they couldn't see how far up it was going and how far down it was going. So they said, okay, whoever is greater will be able to find the limit of this light. So Brahma said, okay, I will go up. And Vishnu said, okay, fine, I'll go down. And whoever finds the limit, the end, okay, will come back and tell the other God that I have found the limit, so I am faster, I am better, I am higher. So that was the race they got into. Brahma went up, but he had to fly up, right? So he took the form of a swan. You see the swan there? He took the swan, and here they're showing Brahma sitting on a swan. In some versions, they say he becomes a swan and he flies up. And he's not able to find anything. No limits. Light just goes on and on. And when the light emerged, guess what the sound was heard? What sound would have been heard? Okay, Pavitra, go ahead. Can you chant that sound? Om, just Om, okay? Om, the primordial sound. As soon as they heard Om and they saw light, and there was no end to the sound and to the light. So Brahma went up, he couldn't find the topmost end to this light. And Vishnu took the form of a bowl, okay? And he went down, he started digging down. So Brahma went up, okay? And Vishnu went down. The two opposite directions. We will talk about the significance of these two directions. And he took the form of a bowl. You know the bowl has tusks like that? So he's digging in and went down. And he also couldn't find the limit of that light. And he accepted after not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, but after 1,000 years of digging and rising, they both realized there's no end to this. Imagine 1,000 years. How old are you? Somebody tell me your age. Harley, how old are you? 11. Imagine now, 11 is like 1/10 of 100. So not 100, but 1,000. And more than thousands of years. Okay, so after thousands of years, they couldn't find the limit. So Vishnu said, I accept that there is no limit to this light. So he started coming back up. And Brahma thought, how can there be no limit? And he saw a ketki flower, a flower of the kind known as ketaki. It was coming down, it was falling from the sky. And he saw that flower and he took that flower and said, he told the flower, I will go down and tell Vishnu that I found the limit. And you say yes. You say that I was there. I was a witness when Brahma found the limit. So he went down and he told Vishnu. Vishnu came back and said, I couldn't find the limit. I think this light is endless. It's ananta. Okay, without an ant. Ananta. And Brahma came back and said, I found the limit. I found the top. I reached the top of this light. And here's the proof. The ketki flower. As soon as he said that, see what happened. Who came out of the light? Shiva came out of the light and he said, that's a lie. Okay, Brahma, that's a lie. There is no limit to me. I am that light. And because you lied, you will never be worshipped. Have you seen any temples of Brahma? No. Are there temples of Shiva? Yes. Are there temples of Vishnu? Yes. Are there any temples of Brahma? No. Nobody worships Brahma the way we worship Vishnu and Shiva. Okay, so Brahma was kind of cursed that nobody will worship you. Why? Because you lied. You did not speak the truth. You were not honest. And Ketki, the flower which was a partner in your crime, meaning it helped you lie. Okay, you lied and Ketki said yes, he found the limit. So was Ketki being truthful? No. So if somebody participates in somebody else doing the wrong thing, are they also equally guilty? Yes. Ketki is equally guilty because he participated in the wrong act. So Shivji said, Ketki, you will also never be offered for puja. We offer so many flowers, right? But we never offer Ketki. And Vishnu said, I could not find the limit of this light. So Shiva said, you will be worshipped just as I am worshipped. You will become equal to me. So today there are so many Vishnu temples. And temples of avatars of Vishnu. Right? Have you seen Krishna temples?
Yes.
Right? Temples to Ram, temples to Krishna, temples to Vishnu. So many in north, south, east, west, in all directions. And Vishnu is worshipped as Narayan, as God himself. Just as Shiva is worshipped. So he said, Vishnu, you are equal to me. Why? Because you spoke the truth. Because you were humble. So for two qualities, for humility. Humility means he knows that I am not the highest. Shiva is the highest. For his humility and for his honesty. He spoke the truth. He was rewarded or granted the status of God. Just as Shiva is Mahadev, Vishnu is also Narayan. He is Bhagavan. For Shiva, we say Ishwar. Have you heard that word, Ishwar? That's a name, that's an epithet for Shiva. Okay, Isha means he who controls. Ishwar. Shiva is Ishwar. And for Vishnu, we say Bhagavan. Have you heard that word? Bhagavan, one who has glory. Okay, one who has supreme qualities is known as Bhagavan. So Shiva blesses Vishnu and makes him God. And Shiva curses Brahma and makes him not worthy of worship. Just by his humility and honesty. Vishnu goes down. Remember I said we will talk about the directions. Where does Brahma go, up or down? Up. Going up means trying to be first. And going down means going inside oneself. Brahma tried to be first. He tried to push. You know how you push other people and try to get first? That's what he tried to do in life. He tried to be the first. That I'll go and win the race. And when he couldn't, he lied. And Vishnu, he went inside. Going down means going inside. He dug. Remember, he dug inside. As a bowl, he was digging through. So digging through means going inside and finding peace inside rather than finding success outside in being first. Okay, so that's the difference, and that's what makes Vishnu equal to God. Shiva blesses those who are humble and those who are honest. Okay, there's another story associated with Shivaratri, Mahashivaratri. One story you heard of the day, the moment that Shivalinga appeared. By the way, that pillar of light is Shivalingam. Okay? Rishi, you want to say something?
This is Samudra Manthan.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So, the first slide that you saw, the pillar of light, that is Shivalingam. And Shiva blesses humanity by saying that I will take the form of a Shivalingam in different places. Have you heard of Jyotirlingam? Jyotirlingam, right? Like Tambakeshwar is a Jyotirling. So the Jyotirling, Jyoti means light. So Lingam of light. And there, how many Jyotirlingams are there? 12, very good. 12 Jyotirlingams. Okay? And that means in those places, this pillar of light had appeared. It still appears. And as a representation of that, we have the lingams that we have in different temples. Okay? Now, there's another story associated with Mahashivaratri. As you heard, Samudra Manthan. Okay, Manthan means churning. Samudra is a sea. So this is churning of the sea. Now, there's a story to this that Lakshmi, what is Lakshmi? Lakshmi is the goddess of what? Dhan. Yeah, is wealth, okay? Dhan. So, Indra is the king of the Devas. He had all the wealth. And one time, when he was on his elephant, does anybody know the name of his elephant? Indra's elephant? Harish, you want to try? Pass it on. Airavat. So when he was on his Airavat, Rishi Durvasa gave him a garland, and he put it on the tusk of the elephant, or on the neck of the elephant, and the bees were bothering the elephant. So the elephant, because the bees hover around flowers. Have you seen honeybees? They hover around flowers. They get nectar from flowers. So the elephant Airavat took the garland off and threw it on the ground because the bees were bothering him, and accidentally stepped on it. And Durvasa Muni saw this. So he felt a bit offended, insulted. So he cursed Indra that I offered you a garland and you let that garland touch the ground. We never let that happen, okay? We never let garland or any form of wealth touch the ground. And especially somebody has gifted, we don't let gifts touch the ground. And the elephant stepped on it, and you couldn't stop him. So I curse you that all the wealth that you have, all the Lakshmi that you have, will go back in Samudra. So Lakshmi goes in Samudra, and Indra loses the battle to the Asuras. Devas and Asuras always are in a battle. They're brothers, okay? They're from the same father, but they're always fighting over wealth. So they lost the battle. Indra and Devas lost the battle to Asuras. All the wealth goes to Asuras, and wealth also goes in the Samudra. It dissolves in Samudra. So Devas go to Vishnu. Remember, Vishnu is God. Vishnu is Bhagwan, Narayan. So they pray to him that please help us. And Vishnu sustains the universe. Okay, he sustains the entire creation. So he said, we can get the wealth back out of the ocean, out of the sea, however you see it. And by the way, this is not water. It's Kshir Sagar. Samudra, Kshir means it's like, it's an ocean of milk. Okay. So they said we can get it out. We can get the Lakshmi out, but we will have to work as a team. You will have to become friends with the Asuras. Now, are Devas friends with Asuras? No, they're always battling. But if you want wealth, you have to become friends with them and you have to work together. This is called Samudra Manthan. You will have to work together and churn the ocean, do manthan of the ocean. When you do that, when the ocean is churned, then all the wealth will come back out of the ocean. So let me show you an image. This is a statue of the Samudra Manthan. Can somebody read the title to me? Okay, Mahi, go ahead. Okay, pass it on now. Okay, good try. Pass it on.
Airport in Bangkok, Thailand.
Very good. Thailand is a country. You've seen Thailand? And on the map, you've seen? Okay. So it's in Southeast Asia, and Bangkok is a place in Thailand. It's a city, and it's a populated city. And this is an airport. At an airport, does anybody know what airport is? What lands on airports and what takes off from airports? Yes, aeroplanes, yeah. So at an airport, they have this statue of Samudra Manthan. Do you see Devas and Asuras? Okay. Let me show you. So, who catches the tails? The Devas. So these are the Devas. Okay. And who catches the head? Asuras. First, the Asuras were given the tail. But they said, no, we don't want the tail. It's inauspicious to catch the tail. We want the head. So Vishnu said, okay, you take the head. So Devas have the tail. And have you seen, like in drawings, often Asuras are dark complexioned. Their skin is dark. That's because they're near the head of the snake. And the snake emits poison. So some of that poison gets on their skin. So that's why they're, see here also, you see them a little bit dark in complexion. And they're like fair and white. So that's because of where they're standing. And this is a snake. And on top is, who is he?
Vishnu Bhagwan.
Yes, that's Vishnu Bhagwan. Okay. So Vishnu says, okay, you'll have to work as a team together and churn the ocean. Now, what are they going to churn it with? So Vishnu suggested Vasuki, a snake, which you just saw in the sculpture also, in the statue. Vasuki snake. And what are they going to churn it with? You need something to churn. You need a center, right? What are they going to churn it with? Sonali, you know? Yeah, they get a mountain. Very good. It's called Manda mountain. Manda or Manda, there are two words. But they get a mountain. Now, they try to lift the mountain, Devas and Asuras, but it's too heavy. And they also, some of them get crushed. They get injured. They get hurt. And so Vishnu says, no problem. I have my vehicle, who is Garuda. You've heard of Garuda, right? Remember? He's Aruna's brother. And he's fast. He's strong. He's really mighty. He can lift mountains. There's a story of him lifting mountains. And who else lifts mountains, by the way? Everybody say it together. Yes. So Garuda also lifts mountains. So he's known to lift mountains. So Vishnu says, I'll have Garuda lift this. And he lifts the mountain, puts it in the Kshisagar, in the Samudra. And snake is wrapped around it. And they start churning. Who gets the head?
Asur.
And who gets the tail? Devas. Okay. Dev means light, by the way. Okay. So they have light in them. So they're churning the ocean. But what is going to happen to the mountain? It's in water. What's going to happen? Is mountain light or heavy?
Heavy.
So what's going to happen to the mountain? Everybody say it together. Yeah, say it. What's the word for that? Sonali, you want to say it? You raised your hand. What's going to happen to the mountain? It's going to sink. Okay, it's going to sink to the bottom. So they need a support. Who is going to support it? Okay, Yuktesh, you know something?
Tortoise.
Yes, tortoise. Vishnu takes the form of a tortoise called Kurma. What's the name? Kurma avatar. Okay, he takes the form of a tortoise, and tortoise has a strong back. Have you seen a tortoise? Have you seen a tortoise? Has a strong, like, it has a protection, okay? Shield. So nothing can happen to a tortoise from outside. It pulls itself in. When there's danger, it pulls itself in, so nothing can happen to it. So the mountain rests on Vishnu. You can see that see this at the bottom. This Vishnu as a tortoise. Can you see that tortoise?
Yes.
Okay, that's a form of Vishnu. And you see Asuras getting the head, Devas getting the tail. Same here, okay, at the bottom. So they start churning. Now, what do they want? They want Lakshmi. And especially they want, the form of Lakshmi they want is Amrit. Amrit is nectar. Nectar makes you immortal, meaning you'll never die. Devas want that because they keep losing to Asuras. all the wealth, and they don't want to live in that kind of a fear. They want to be immortal. So Vishnu says you'll get all the wealth back and you'll get Amrit, most importantly. But for that you have to work together as one team. So they start churning the ocean. And guess what's the first thing that comes out? The first element that comes out of the Samudra. Who is she?
Cow.
Cow comes, but later. You want to see what comes out first? Click. Halahal, poison. Poison comes out first. And what are they looking for? Are they looking for poison?
No.
What are they looking for? Amrit, the opposite of poison. Okay? Amrit is nectar. Poison is going to kill you. So, poison comes out first. What are we going to do with that poison? That's going to poison the entire ocean. So, they pray. They pray to Vishnu that please give us some advice. And Vishnu says, the only being who can save you is
Shiva.
because he has that power. He has that compassion. Remember Rudraksh? When he sees humanity or anybody, any person or any creature suffering, he cries. And those tears become Rudraksh. So that's how much compassion he has. He saves his devotees. He saves humanity, whoever prays to him. So go and pray to him. He is Mahadev. He can do anything. And he himself is eternal. Nothing will happen to him. What will happen if anyone drinks poison? What will happen to us? Yeah, we will die, okay? We'll be hospitalized and we'll die. Same thing with the Devas. But Mahadev is eternal. Nothing will happen to him. So he can probably do something about this. So they go to him and Mahadev takes the poison and he drinks it. But he doesn't swallow it all the way. What does he do? He keeps it in his throat. And what happens to the color of his throat? It changes complexion. Does anybody know what color it becomes? Okay, all of you say it together.
Blue.
Blue, yeah, Neel. So Neelakantha, Kantha means throat. He becomes Neelakantha. And the night he held poison in his throat is known as Mahashivaratri. Okay, Mahashivaratri is the time that Shiva held the poison in his throat. And some of the poison came out and fell on the ground, some drops. And who drank that? Snakes drank that. Scorpions drank that. Are some snakes poisonous? Are scorpions poisonous? If a scorpion stings you, bichu, what will happen? You'll have poison in your blood, right? So where did they get the poison from? From halahal. Okay, they drank a little bit of that poison to help Shiva, and so they are also poisonous. But Shiva, when he kept it here, he still has it here. He saved everybody else. Does he want Amrit? Does Shiva want Amrit? Does he want wealth? You saw his image, right? He's sitting on a tiger skin. He's sitting on a mountain, cold mountain, Kailas. He just has a kamandal, who somebody said, right? Kamandal. Just a water pot. That's all he has. So why is he doing this? To help other people. He doesn't want Amrit, he doesn't want wealth. He's doing this only to help the Devas and Asuras. Okay, they keep on churning. So next comes Chandra. What is Chandra? Veda? Moon. And where does moon go? You saw it in the first image. The moon comes out of the Samudra, and where does it go? Up, and where? Up, where?
Sky.
Okay, Kaya, you. Sky. And where is it sitting? Where is the moon sitting? Who is she?
Shiv's head. Shiv's head.
Yeah, as soon as he drank poison, the first treasure that came out went up on Shiva's head. Okay, next. Remember this order, okay? Next is the cow that you had mentioned, right? Surabhi, cow. Not an ordinary cow. Gomata, not an ordinary Gomata. The first Gomata known as Kamadhenu, meaning wish-fulfilling cow. It fulfills all the wishes. And on the painting there, you can see all of that. Let me show you. So where is the halahal? This is the halahal. Then Chandra. You see this Chandra? You see the moon? Yes. Who is she? Yes, Sulbi. Okay. Next. Uchchashava. Uchchahishava. Horse. You've heard of that? Horse. Where's the horse? Right here. How many heads does this horse have?
7.
Yeah, very good. 7-headed horse. Celestial horse. That horse went to Raja Bali. Okay. Sulbi, the cow, goes to all the rishis who do yagna. Because in yagna, what do we add? We add ghee. So the cow went to the rishis. Uchchashava, the horse went to Raja Bali because he's a Kshatriya, he's a warrior. Next. Ayravat, elephant. You see this elephant? Okay. 4 tusks. Not just 2, but 4 tusks. And some say 7 heads. So who rides on Ayravat? Indradev, yeah. So Ayravat is the cloud. When you see clouds in the sky, that is Ayravat. White elephant. Uchchashava is also white. Next. Kaustubh Mani. Mani is a jewel. Okay, like a diamond. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So you see this Kaustubh Mani, it goes to Bhagwan Vishnu. It goes and sits on Bhagwan Vishnu's chest. Next. Parijat tree. This tree. Not an ordinary tree, but a wish-fulfilling tree. Okay, it has divine properties. This goes to Indradev. They all just share whatever comes out. Next. They share whatever comes out of this. Apsara, some say Ramba. The name of the Apsara is Ramba. But Apsaras are celestial, like damsels, ladies who dance. So they go to the Gandharvas. Gandharvas play music. Do dance and music go together? Right? Often when you dance, don't we play music? Can there be dance without music? No. So Apsaras go to Gandharvas who are musicians. Next. Lakshmi comes out. Okay, and she looks around and she goes to Bhagwan Vishnu. She doesn't want to go to any of the devas or the asuras. Next. Varuni, wine. Wine comes out. This is like an intoxicant, but if taken in small measures, it can be medicinal also. So some say goddess of wine. So Varuni comes out and goes to the asuras. Next. Shankh. Do you see Shankh here? Yeah. Shankh comes and that is Panchajanya. That goes to Bhagwan Vishnu. Next. Sharang, bow. You see, have you seen Ram Bhagwan carrying a bow? That is this bow. So it goes to Vishnu. Next. Number 13, Dhanvantari. He is the doctor of the gods. Physician. Okay. And what is he holding in his hands? He is holding Amrit. That's the last one. Click. Amrit. He holds nectar. He came out with a pot of nectar, and that's what asuras and devas are looking for. Okay, and as soon as it comes out, then there's a story which we don't have time today to get into, but then there's a little bit of a fight between them. Asuras, what was the agreement that they will share, right? What do the asuras do? As soon as Amrit comes out, they snatch the Amrit. Okay, like they take it away from Dhanvantari and they run away with the Amrit. You've heard of Kumbh Mela? We just had a Kumbh Mela. So when they run away with the Amrit, 4 drops of that Amrit fall on this ground. How many places do we have Kumbh? 1, 2, 3 or 4? 4 places. So those are the 4 drops that fell on earth. That's where, so those places are special because they have a drop of Amrit. When asuras snatched it and took it away, then devas prayed to Vishnu again. Vishnu said, don't worry, I will do something and trick them and get the Amrit back so that we can all share. And then he takes the avatar of Mohini. That's a different story. He takes the avatar of Mohini, gets the Amrit back and gives it to the devas. And the asuras, of course, don't get Amrit because they snatched it. Should we snatch things from other people? Should we snatch or share? Share. Asuras keep snatching things. Okay, and so that's why they don't get blessings. They don't get blessings of Vishnu or Shiva. Because every time they're supposed to share, they snatch it and run away with it. Okay? Next. So, what is Shiva drinking?
Poison.
What's the name of the poison? Halahal. He's drinking halahal. See, this is the Samudra Manthan. This is the mountain. Okay, this is a snake, Vasuki, and the poison that came out, nobody wants to drink it. And he drinks it. Who is he?
Nandi.
Nandi. And he's got the Damu, Trishul, snake. See the snakes over there? When some of the drops of poison fall on the ground, the snakes have it. And the scorpions. They have some of that poison. So they're poisonous creatures. But they don't bite us unless we bother them. Okay? So that is why he's known as Neelakantha. His throat is blue. His throat is blue because he's holding poison so that we can experience nectar. Got it? Now I'll tell you one short story before we go. Markandeya. Have you heard of his name? Markandeya? No. Very interesting story. So his father was a Rishi Muni. Okay? Yeah, like that. Rishi means like a sage. Okay, tapasvi, somebody who is doing a lot of penance, lot of sadhana, spiritual practice. So this Rishi's name was Mrikand Rishi. And he prayed to Shiva for a son. He prayed a lot to Shiva. And Shiva gave him two options. Shiva gave him darshan. He came in front of him and said, I give you two, I'm pleased with you. Shiva is known as Ashutosh, somebody who gets pleased very quickly, easily pleased, and gives blessings. So he came to, what was the name of the Rishi? Mrikand, say that? Mrikand Rishi. Okay, I'm going to ask questions to anybody now. Mrikand Rishi. And Shiva comes to him and says, I give you two options. Either you can have a son who is a very good, illustrious, meaning brilliant son, good person, has good character, good qualities, but will live a short life of only 16 years. Imagine your lifespan being only 16 years and you know that you only have 16 years in your life. Or, second option, you can have a son who lives for a long time, but will be poor in character. He will be like how we said, no, for Asuras, he'll snatch things from other people, he will lie, he will, what we said about Brahma, how Vishnu was humble and honest. Those are qualities to cultivate to develop a good character. But if you have a son who lives a long life, he will not have these qualities of compassion, humility, kindness, honesty. Okay, he will be of poor character. Which one would you choose? He gives him an option. Which one do you choose? And guess what Mrikand Rishi chose? The first one, short life and good character, or long life and poor character?
Short life, good character.
Say that again.
Short life, good character.
Short life and good character. What is important? The number of years you live or how you live? How you live. Do you live a life of peace and harmony? Are you kind to other people or do you just keep on living and are unkind and always engaged in conflict with other people? What is better? Live a short life, even if it's a short life, but be kind to people, right?
Kind to people.
Yeah, exactly. So Mrikand Rishi chose option number 1 and he names his son Markandeya. Now Markandeya lives as all of you live. Okay, he is like a regular child, normal child. He goes to school, he studies the scriptures, the sacred texts, and one day he finds out through his parents or through somebody, he finds out. Some people say through an astrologer, Jyotish. Okay, he basically finds out that he only has 16 years in his life. Imagine you finding that out. Like let's say you are 10 years old and you know what's 16 minus 10? 6. So 6 years left of your life. That's it. So he is overcome by fear. He's sad about it and he's fearful that because he doesn't know what death is. None of us know what death is. So he's fearful. So what does he do? He starts praying to Shiva. Because he heard, when he read these sacred texts, he found out that Shiva is eternal. He can help those who pray to him. He is omnipotent, meaning he is very powerful. He is omniscient, he knows everything. And he is omnipresent. He is present everywhere. So if there's one being who can help me, it is Shiva. Okay, so he prays to Shiva with the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. He gets this mantra from a Rishi Muni. Om Namah Shivaya. So he starts chanting this mantra. When he starts chanting this mantra, he becomes absorbed in it. Now, remember for the Shivlingam, he was going up and Vishnu was going down, deep. Which one is repeating the mantra? Is it going up and out or going down and in? Down and in, because you're going inside yourself. Okay, you're not going outside when you're chanting the mantra. You're closing your eyes and going inside yourself. You're looking at your breath, you're looking at your mind, you're looking at something beyond the mind. Okay, slowly he gets absorbed in. He starts experiencing light inside him. What is that light? What is that light? That is the light of Shiva, Jyotirlinga. Okay, now the day comes. There are 10 days left because death is going to come. Who is the god of death? Yama. Okay, he comes with a noose and he wraps it around whoever he has to pick up. So he comes, 10 days left. His mantra repetition becomes stronger and stronger. 9 days left, 8 days left, 7 days left. He forgets everything else because he knows that he's going to die now. And he's very fearful. But in order to overcome that fear, in order to be saved, he is seeking refuge. He's seeking shelter. He's asking for help. Asking for help from whom? From a doctor? From some stranger? No, from who? From Shiva himself, who is the greatest doctor. Okay, so he asks help to, and how can you talk to Shiva? Through mantra, like how you say you call people by their name, right? So how do you call out to God? How do you call out to Shiva? Through his mantra. And what is his sound? His sound is Om. And you say Namah means I offer salutations to you, O Shiva. Namah Shivaya. So as he's repeating, he forgets everything else. And on the day death is supposed to come, he's sitting near a Shivlingam. What was the last line you chanted for Shiva Panchakshara Stotam? Idam Stotam. Panchaksharam Idam Stotam. Chant that. So this is, I'm showing you a direct example of this. So Shiva Sannidho, in the company of Shiva, where is he sitting? Near a Shivalingam. And where is his mind? His body is sitting near Shivalingam. So he's in the company of Shivalingam, or in the company of Shiva with respect to his body. But what about his mind? Where is his mind? Is his mind also near Shiva? Where is his mind? Inside or outside? Inside. It's introverted. Okay, it's introspective. So it is sitting near Shiva inside himself. So both his body and mind are sitting near Shiva. And death comes, Yama comes. Yama takes his noose out and wraps it around Markandeya. Now he's hugging the Shivlingam. So because he's hugging the Shivlingam, can you wrap it around him without wrapping it around the Shivlingam? No. When he wraps it around Markandeya, what happens to the rope? It goes around the Shivlingam also. And Yama tries to pull Markandeya. Is he trying to pull the Shivlingam? No, he's just trying to pull Markandeya. But because he's hugging, he's embracing the Shivlingam, Shivlingam also gets pulled. Can Shiva die? No, he's eternal. So Shiva gets angry when Yama pulls the noose on him. So he comes out, you see him here, he comes out of Shivlingam and his third eye opens, okay, he's angry. And he cuts the noose. He cuts the noose of Yama. So he's also known as Kalanta. Kala means time. He cuts time. Antaka, one who cuts time. Or Yamantaka, one who cuts Yama. He cuts the noose of Yama. And now can he take Markandeya? No. Markandeya's age is still 16. This story happened, what, thousands and thousands of years ago. So even though time has passed, Markandeya is still, what is his age?
16.
Sweet 16. What is it? What is his age? Everybody say it. 16. Okay, his age is still 16. He hasn't aged. Nothing happened to Markandeya. Who saved him?
Shiva Bhagavan.
During Samudra Manthan, who saved the entire world?
Shiva Bhagavan.
So he saves those who pray to him. Can we chant Om Namah Shivaya for a few minutes? Can we try that? Okay, I'll chant it and then you repeat it after me, okay? So keep your back straight. Listen to the sound of the Tanpura. I will chant first and then you'll chant after me. We'll do a few rounds. We'll try to experience what Markandeya experienced. Shiva inside him, outside him, everywhere. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki. Okay, let's slowly get up standard wise and we'll actually enact Samudra Manthan. Okay, who wants to try that?
Okay, only 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Okay, this. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Now leave the loosen it. This stain. 1, 2, 3. Stop. So what's the first thing coming out of? Halahal, poison. Yes. So drop the rope 1 second.
मैम इसका टेस्ट कैसा होता है? मैम इसका टेस्ट कैसा?
आएगा. Keep it here. Keep it here. Keep it here. Keep it here. Neelkant, imagine what Shiva did for us. Hold it here. Okay. Now you have to act like Shiva. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Three. Stop. 1, 2, 3. Stop. What's the ninth thing that comes out? Yes, Lakshmi ji. Lakshmi. Put it, everybody put it in your pocket. This is Lakshmi that you earned from your fruit market. Yes, you all earned this Lakshmi from your fruit market. Put it in your pocket. Okay? And save it. Put it in your pocket. Lakshmi. You earned it from your fruit market. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What's the 13th thing that comes out? Dhanvantri.
So this is Dhanvantari Bhagwan. Okay, he came out, and if you see, he has 4 hands. Can you see 4 hands, 4 arms? And he's holding the pot of nectar of Amrit in one hand, and then in the other hand he has a discus, chakra, like Vishnu. And here he has a conch. We just heard the conch, shankh. And what is this in the 4th hand? Can anyone tell me? And who is he? He is the leech. Yeah, he has a leech in the 4th hand. And what is he? No, the leech is a Kida, but who is Dhanvantari Bhagwan? Yeah, he's a doctor of the Devatas, right? He's a physician. He's a doctor. So what does he do with the leech? You know what he does with the leech? You know what a leech does? It's an insect. Yeah? And what does it do? Huh? Yeah, he sucks blood. So the leech, it sucks blood. It gets stuck to the skin, and you won't even know that it's stuck. If you go in a lake and there are leeches, they get stuck to your feet and they start sucking blood. And it's not painful. So you won't even know that the leech is stuck on your foot and it's sucking all your blood. Sometimes so many leeches get stuck and then they can suck all your blood and suddenly you will faint. So this leech also has a medicinal use. So Dhanvantari Bhagwan uses this, and we use it in Punarnava to suck out the bad blood. And when the bad blood comes out, after that it comes off. Okay?